I don't know what to tell you, man. This show is a disaster. You guys really want me to talk about Monday Night Raw? Because I truly don't want to do that. Like, honestly, just being completely 100% honest, I don't want to talk about the show. And I don't want to sound like a complete idiot who keeps watching the show, complains, yet watches the show. That's not what I'm trying to do, yet I'm guilty, I know. The thing is, I'm watching this show to produce content because, it gets me a lot of views, you guys seem to enjoy it, and like I've said many times, I'm paying for your sins. I'm watching Raw so you don't have to. Am I a hero? Am I someone who should be acknowledged as a wrestling hero? I would say yes. But that's just my opinion. I don't want to sound like a dick, this show just keeps sucking energy right out of me. People, my forehead is slowly shrinking, that is not a good sign. And that was your go home episode before Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. WWE are supposed to send you the message to, please watch our pay-per-view, but with this show they were like, you don't have to watch. Truly, it sucks. Don't watch the pay-per-view, it's probably gonna suck. Yeah. You really want to see this? No, you don't. You don't want to watch the show, do you? There's a lot of stuff in this video I'm just not gonna talk about or only touch it very slightly because I honestly can't force myself to pretend that I care. I'm gonna talk about some things that happen on the show, and first of all, let's talk about Alexa Bliss. I have no desire to talk about Alexa Bliss. I absolutely despise this gimmick. Nia Jax appeared on her show, or is it a show? I'm not even sure at this point. She said we were friends and stuff, and Alexa Bliss started to cry. It turns out she was faking, and I think Nia Jax challenged her to a match. They do have a lot of history. I'm sure they were a tag team at one point, but then Alexa Bliss called Nia Jax fat. A lot of history. Yes, people, at one point, Alexa Bliss bullied Nia Jax. We did see a match between the two. It wasn't anything special, we didn't get any superpowers, I guess. So it was even lazier than expected. We saw Reginald. He basically saved Nia Jax from losing the match, but the match ended in disqualification. Reggie just wants to smash. And I believe that should be the conclusion of this whole storyline. I'm talking about all the way back to The Fiend vs Randy Orton. This should be the conclusion. Reggie gets to smash. Say it with me. Reggie gets to smash. That should be the end of the story. WWE just made Charlotte Flair look stupid. We saw Nikki Cross versus Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte lost the match by a countout because she was paying attention to Rhea Ripley. It happens all the time, I know, but lately it's a bit too much. It makes Charlotte Flair look stupid, and it doesn't make Nikki Cross look any better because if she wins a match, it's always by some kind of shenanigans. So I don't know what this exactly achieved other than making Nikki Cross look even weaker and making Charlotte Flair look stupid. And then Rhea Ripley drops Charlotte Flair. I've said this many times already, but two of my favorite female wrestlers in the WWE, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. For some reason, I don't know how to explain this, I'm so uninterested in the story, and I want to ask you guys a question. Do you care? From 1 to 10, let me know, how much do you actually care about the story? Later we saw Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Rhea Ripley won the match, and then we got a big brawl between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. It was pretty generic, and the only thing exciting about this whole thing was seeing all the former WWE wrestlers as officials. I think we saw Daivari, we saw Hurricane, so that was pretty fun, seeing the old faces. But yeah, this rivalry, can't stand it. What I did like was Jeff Hardy versus John Morrison. Before the match, John Morrison does this. I don't know if I should complain, but dude, treat Morrison a bit more seriously. This guy has it all, and I can't believe WWE don't see that. Same goes for Jeff Hardy, honestly. Anyway, we saw the match. Pretty fun. John Morrison is always fun to watch in the ring. Jeff Hardy still has it. Cedric Alexander, who lost last week against Jeff Hardy, watched the match. And surprisingly, John Morrison won the match with the Starship Pain. Yes, people, John Morrison won the match. John Morrison won the match. He won a match. Yes, John Morrison. He won a match. I know it sounds crazy, but then again, it's against Jeff Hardy. who always loses, so yeah, it's pretty expected. After the match, we heard Cedric Alexander with a cracking voice saying how he just wants Jeff Hardy to retire. He thinks Jeff Hardy is cocky, he's a sore winner. Jeff Hardy says, if I lose against you right now, I'll retire. That's how much he cares about his WWE career. At this point, he's losing so much, he's like trying to find reasons to retire and leave for other companies. You know what, Lashley? If you can love more women than I love them women, I'll retire. Sheamus, let's see who has more red hair. If you have more red hair, I'll retire. Nia Jax, let's compare the number of our botches. Okay, so let's talk about Eva Marie's WWE return that left the IWC triggered. So we see Eva Marie with another wrestler. Obviously she's big, so it's kind of a bodyguard, but it's a bit different. She actually wrestled Naomi on behalf of Eva Marie, and she basically, well, literally squashed Naomi. First of all, I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but Eva Marie's acting was really bad. Like, after the match, she just didn't know what to do. It felt like she was confused and didn't know where to look, so I hope it was intentional because this looked really rough. Second of all, yes, Naomi just lost. It sucks. I know. I think she'll be okay. I think people are kinda overreacting. Naomi is one of the best females in the WWE. I just don't think WWE would be that stupid. It was probably just a one-time thing, and to explain this whole thing that happened right here, she was just confused. She didn't know what happened right here. Why is Eva Marie not wrestling? That's why she lost. She was caught off guard. I hope so. I hope that's the reason, and hopefully she'll get her revenge. I hope so. Let's not overreact. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this thing, I don't know how I feel about it. I wouldn't complain. I think that's an interesting heel. The biggest problem I had is, again, her performance. It just didn't seem like she was good at it. We saw a brawl between two female tag teams backstage in the ring. We also saw Jackson Ryker versus Elias. Of course, Elias left again. MVP attempts to drive a wedge between Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. I don't know what MVP is trying to achieve. Perhaps make Kofi Kingston join the Hurt Business, which I wouldn't mind, but I don't think that's happening, and I don't know where this is basically going. As always, Randy Orton and Riddle stole the show. If you're only watching Raw highlights on YouTube, that's the only segment you should probably check out. Because it's kind of funny. I love them. We saw the New Day versus RK Bro, which was a fun match, and of course, RK Bro won with a very nice looking RKO. And of course, this show had to end in the most generic Monday Night Raw-like ending. And yes, of course, we got Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. Sounds pretty okay on paper. At this point, I don't really care. Whatever, sounds like a pretty decent match in the making. So we see the match. It's going alright. And of course, we see Bobby Lashley, the Viking Raiders. Guess what happened, dude? Guess what happened? Guess what closed the show? Of course, it was a 6-man tag team match. This video is so depressing. I might as well just stop making these reviews, man. I don't know. I just want to wait for the crowd. It sucks. I hate it. So of course, we saw the 6-man tag in which the babyface team won when Drew McIntyre actually even pinned Bobby Lashley. So yeah, can't wait for Hell in a Cell. It's whatever. I don't have anything left to say. It was Raw. It was a generic episode of Monday Night Raw, and it always makes me feel very stupid that I watch the show and I have to complain. I just want you guys to understand I'm watching the show to make a video. It's not something I watch for entertainment just to complain. It shouldn't work that way. If you don't like the show, don't watch the show. That's how easy it actually is. If you like professional wrestling, there's a lot more entertaining stuff happening right now. I want this show to improve, but right now it seems like they don't really care about it until they will have a crowd. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. I'm out.